watch started. Watch has been a bit unreliable the last few days, so luckily we have backup with Strava, which I'm going to start now. Today it's a lot of mountains, and then we're going down to the water which divides the Peloponnese to northern and mainland Greece. We're going to try and make it a reasonable way down, but as always we'll see. Strava, start. These are our coordinates. Another morning, going straight up dirt roads. Yesterday, I started to trial some running. Instead of just walking at 5-6k an hour, I wanted to run at like 8 or 9k an hour. And so I did about a k and a half of running yesterday. And I felt pretty good. My ankles didn't swell up like crazy. So I'm going to slowly increase my running as a percentage of the total kilometers each day, because I realized I have like 6-7 days left, and so far, well, definitely the first 10 to 15 days was a lesson in managing pain, and it basically hardened and calloused my feet, my ankles, my joints, my shins, everything, to allow me to adapt to the huge kilometers I'm doing every day for walking. Now, I'm good. My feet are good. They're a bit, there's just some muscular pain, but that's not a bad thing, to be honest. That's just standard. So I look at the next week, going through the Peloponnese, the best part of Greece, and I'm thinking, what, I'm going to cruise 60k a day? That doesn't really teach me anything new, and I'm here to learn. If I'm spending all this money to hire a videographer, to hire a van, to go through all these places, I might as well push myself to the limit, see what I can do, and harden and callous my feet, my legs, my joints, to allow me to do an ultra run every day. An ultra run is anything more than 42 kilometers. So I want to increase my running as a percentage of the total kilometers every day. But just like I learned from the walking, I need to ease into it. So yesterday I did 1.5k, maybe today I'll do 3 or 5, and the next day maybe 7 or 8, and then slowly increase that so that I can slowly work up to something like 50 to 70% of my total kilometers each day is running, because I'm here to learn. I'm here to suffer. If I'm not suffering, then I'm just going for a stroll in the bloody backyard of Greece. There's nothing to that. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so we're doing a quick break and charge of everything. So a lot of work to do actually for e-commerce brokers today. So a bit of a handful, but knocked out 30 minutes of work just now, and going to do another 2-3 hours. So let's get this thing started again. Same coordinates. Strava's still going. And we're gone. Once again, Google Maps has led me into the middle of fucking nowhere, and there's a stream here. And although there's a bit of reeds and stuff, I need to be creative. And my shoes are wet. If I don't want them to be soaking, I'm gonna have to get even more creative. Okay. A little bit further in. Let me grab this one. A sinking ship here. Probably grab this one too. Opa, opa. I am sinking slowly. And I'm out. Look at that. It's a bridge, mate. Where the fuck am I? So behind me and in front of me is many canal systems that go through Boeotia, the big central plain near Thebes, or where Thebes is in. Now, in ancient times, there was a massive lake. And then Philip II of Macedon, Alexander the Great's father, drained it, and it became fertile farmland. And then it filled up again. And I think more recently they drained it again. So now there's only the very small lakes and a lot of farmland. And all these canals and dikes are essentially what stops it from becoming the big lake that it was. So this is a Frankish 13th, 14th century castle. Pretty basic build, terrible condition. But they were built quite quickly with forced labor, so can't expect much, but he does have a view of this entire plain. So Google Maps sent me through a river again. And not that I have a problem with having wet feet and wet shoes, I'm pretty used to that. But if there's one dead animal, fucking bacteria in that river, which there definitely is, and that gets into one of the many open wounds on my feet, then I'm dead. Disinfect my feet, powder them up, put some new socks on, new shoes, dry the old ones. The hills just in front of me here, mountains in front of me, are the last barrier, or the first barrier to entry into the Peloponneso. And so in the Persian invasion in 480, when that failed in Thermopylae, which we were a few days ago, that land invasion, the Persian invasion, continued down to Attica, which is way down that way, to the wall east. And then they came back down this way. They lost the Battle of Salamis. They lost the sea battle. Their naval power was crushed, and Xerxes gave up. And he went back home, but he left his general Mardonius to bring the massive, projected to be anywhere from 250,000 to 1 million, probably more like 200,000, strong army to a plain very close to here. Just that way, a plain called Plataea. This is where the Persian invasion was crushed, not by 300 Spartans, but by 10,000 Spartans, commanding 30,000 free Greeks. And here, in a wide open plain, is the perfect terrain for a big land army with cavalry and archers like the Persians. Here, they also lost to the Greeks. This is probably the largest, best Spartan victory of all time, right here in Plataea. So this is a historic place to be, but I today will go where Xerxes couldn't, over these mountains and into my favorite part of Greece, except Githa, of course, the Peloponnese. 26k. Awesome. Alright, so today, so far we've done 36, gonna try and do another 30 something. Longitudes and latitudes. Nope, still don't know how to use this thing. And I am off. Of course, we wouldn't be going through Greece if we didn't see huge stretches of land completely burnt through. Okay, so the Strava tracked all day. My watch had glitched out, or I accidentally paused it, so whatever it says, I don't even know. Luckily, we have backup plans on backup plans. Let me stop that. GPS coordinates. We crossed 2 mountains today. And we're on the water. It's good to be back on the water. This is the Corinth, Gulf of Corinth. And tomorrow cross the Corinth Canal and go towards Argos. We won't reach Argos, but we'll get close. I'm a bit exhausted.